Welcome, ancient dreamers, to my home. So it's 2020 and I'm changing a little bit the format of my videos. I want to include my daily life, maybe, I don't know, I'm just going to experiment with this just as I go, the thoughts that I get and the things that I'm really going through. Because dreaming is not, I don't just go through dreams you know, for myself in my head. I also am involved in dream communities, and it requires also inner work to deal with this, because there's been a lot of segregation between the communities. There's the lucid dream, dream interpretation, dream work, and there's astral travel, which is also, I believe, a part of the whole spectrum. So recently, I was added into an interesting group of dreaming content creators, mainly lucid dreamers, but also some of them are into out-of-body experiences, which is interesting, and a couple not too active that are into dream work. That is this is what I'm going through lately, and it's very interesting because I've never really felt like I belong to a community within the dream realm, you know, of peers, of people that are doing what I do. As many of you know, I'm a lucid dreamer most of my life. I am 44 years old, so that's a long experience, a lot of experience within this realm that is lucid dreaming. And it's been challenging to find my place within a community, because I feel like I traverse all the communities. I astral project, I lucid dream, I do dream interpretation, and I use dream work techniques that are a little bit out there, I guess you could say, for even some within the dream interpretation communities. And this has been the challenge. Now, this small group of content creators within the lucid dreaming, mostly community, has come up in my radar and accepted me in their group. This has brought up a lot of my judgment from the lucid dreaming community that I've held for a long time. I stopped creating lucid dreaming content because of this. It's a community that's led by a few guys that have a lot of following, that have kind of a similar mentality, a lot of followers, and they talk about things that are very technique oriented or body, brain, science oriented, I guess you could say. And I am, if many of you know me already, I can get a little bit out there with my experiences, and I'm not forcing this point of view. It's just been literally my experience. I was born with memories of past life. I was, you know, I astral projected since I was 4. I've been doing dream re-entry and energy work for a lot of my teen years and up. So it's been just how my experiences have gone. This is what the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, this is how I was born. This is what I was given. I was given this ability to traverse the dream realms into the afterlife, in between realms, parallel. Other dreamers can seek me out in dreams and give me information, say hello, hang out, whatever you want. I've shared dreaming, mutual dreaming, precognitive dreaming, all of the parts of dreaming that I guess would be put in a different box for a different kind of community, but that's just something that I have been having experience with for decades. So my point is that the lucid dreaming community has always been difficult to deal with for me, because it just feels like it's testosterone run, ego run, and I have not been interested. I can't relate to all the techniques. I didn't grow up doing them. These are terminologies I'm not familiar with because I never needed to use it. However, I've been looking into it because a lot of people like these techniques, and they're actually, you know, they're really good. And I have done some of them without even knowing that that's what it was called, and which is cool. Now there's the dream work community, the dream interpretation community, which is very personal to each their own, except when they gather in a conference. Otherwise, you see it's like a once a year gathering in different ways. Sometimes it's online, sometimes it's not. I really appreciate Robert Moss and Tokopat Turner. Their points of views, very poetic, shamanistic, and artistic take on dream work, and some Jungian and their own spin on it. I love it. But as a community, I don't feel like I have ever had an entryway. I've tried to interact. I just don't receive the same response back, and it's probably due to my content. I don't know. Either way, maybe I don't seem spiritual enough or serious enough, or maybe I'm too spiritual. I don't know. These things go through my head. Like, why would I know they're watching, but why are they not talking to me or reaching out to me or responding even? So that's where I'm left with that community. And I can't right now go to conferences, you know, it's not at that point, and I'm not at that point in my life. I have a baby, and it's just difficult for me to just pick up and leave. Now there's the Toltec dreaming community, which is more relatable for me, the energy work and the different realms, and they accept all that of dreams, except that community, it's also ego-driven, very much. I don't know if it's in one of the teachings, but there's this thing, that the ruthless mentality, Don Juan, Carlos Castaneda, that it gives them an excuse to be rude. And there's the self-importance thing they're against, and it's just everything gets, you know, everything just seems like a fight sometimes within that community. And even though a lot of them follow me, I only find a handful of them as people that I can relate to that are really cool. For the majority of them, I'm not interested, because even though I love Don Juan and Carlos Castaneda teachings, and I have had experiences similar to that, I can't relate to their community. I don't know. It's like a power trip in that community that I don't even want to get into. Unless, you know, I will take the teachings, but it's almost like Catholicism or religion, you know. I like Jesus, I don't like the fan club kind of thing. So that's where I'm left off with the Toltec community. It's on my own, you know, I study, I have the few friends that are into it, and, you know, we compare notes. But I'm not joining one of those communities anytime soon. Nope. So astral projection community, gosh, I really gave up on that community also. I dropped out, like, out. Zero. My astral projections have been my own experiences. I do appreciate Todd Akamesis's thing that he's doing. I don't know, Todd is astral is an astral projection teacher, and among other things, he's a Pandora Star creator. And I was told in a dream once to follow him, to watch him and see, you know, what he's up to. And when I did find him on the internets, it was really cool, because, you know, he's really into synchronicity, and you know, right now I think he's hitchhiking in a synchronistic flow through the UK or something, or England or Europe. I'm not sure. Either way, he's bridging the metaphysical with his research. He does a lot of research. He's like this astral scientist or something. I really appreciate his work. But other than that, I can't really connect too much with other astral travelers. Maybe in person I know a few. And my friend Trikar, she astral travels a lot, and I can relate with her. I can talk to her, but I also stopped making videos because of that, because it would mean like attracting those people's audience, even though they say, you know, if you start creating content, the people that will watch you will come to watch you. But I don't know. I didn't realize I had put up so many walls. I did. So I am, moving forward, I'm gonna start incorporating more lucid dreaming my way, which involves few things that will be relatable to people as well, but it involves a lot of energy and light and shadow work as usual. That's my thing. That's something that comes natural to me. It's not anything I ever forced. It's just how I process, how I do inner work, and astral projection. There's a lot that I learned through the decades of my astral projecting life, and I would like to share that. And believe it or not, there's a lot within the UFO community that I share too, except I belong to nothing in the UFO community, because the fan club that comes with the UFO community is very intense, and in the mainstream UFO is very conspiracy theory oriented, and I am not a conspiracy theory follower. I like to hear about conspiracy theories. Who doesn't? It's interesting, but I don't think anybody's against me right now, even though sure it might be happening, but is it penetrating my sphere, my abilities to expand my consciousness? No, it's not. And that will be the different factor here. So this is just a little chat between me and you about moving forward, how I'm going to be showing not just my dream work, but my struggles and my inner work and outer work, and positive process of integrating all of this together and connecting with people in the community, maybe, you know, doing collaborations and things like that. Yeah, I think I want to have a little more fun with what's happening and challenge myself a little bit to step outside of the box, outside of the talking head video box, and just do other stuff, you know? So yeah, Happy New Year 2020, all that stuff. This is January 2nd, and here's to integrative dreaming and astral traveling with a little bit of cosmic ET flair. Thanks for listening.